We be fussing, we be screaming, but you the one I wanna lay beside this evening. I'm gonna come back even when I'm leaving. You give good love and I receive it. When you feeling down, I'ma sing to you. That ring on your finger got a ring to it. That's that real love, God-fearing love. It may not be how we dreamed it,
people
but
who want to be seen, people who like being in front of people.
Yeah,
like
so you have
Christian,
those. You have
they're
those
shouting,
people.
and it's like, man.
But here's the thing: if he's giving the Lord praise, he's supposed to be doing that all the time.
I mean, yeah,
We
and
all
so we
should
don't.
be entering into his courts with thanksgiving. We all. This is what we all should be doing. I think what happens is that there's more of us who are uncomfortable with it than there are who's not. So the ones that are not uncomfortable with it, we look at them as a spectacle. When in reality, the whole church should be doing it. We all should be shouting, praising, jumping. We all should be, but we're not. It's
if
more
the motive
like.
is right.
But if the motive is praising the Lord.
If that's the motive.
But
you can do a proper command with a messed up motive.
But I think you always should be praising the Lord, correct? In all things.
That's what you should be doing, but I don't believe that everybody is doing it.
I mean, if
with
you
the
start
right
getting
motive.
into that, then
we'll never be able to know who.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you should just always be doing it. You should always be praying. You should always be praising. You should always be thankful.
For sure.
It should never be based on how you feel. Because then it's like, I don't feel like praising. That's why people don't.
For sure.
Or like David, like maybe some people are in their head, like, so should I be doing this because I'm making the decision to do it? Or am I waiting on this?
Waiting for something to overtake me.
Yeah.
And I think if you wait for something to overtake you, you'll be doing a lot of
That's
waiting.
only happened once in my life.
Yeah,
I'm
you'll be
42.
doing a lot of waiting.
I've been saved. Well, I've been in church a long time. I've been saved a while.
Yeah.
That's only happened one time. And I was a young girl. I was like probably 17, 18.
And I think the onus is just on the person to always check their motives. Make sure the motive is pure when you're doing it. I'm doing it because it's a command and I want to be obedient, so I'm going to do it. Not because I want to be seen.
It take a lot though. Because I've shouted, like, of course, since then, but even like at church now, I think in the past 2 years, I've probably really shouted in real life 2 times. Like, I mean, I'll dance, but I mean like a real, like, nah, I'm about to get after it, I would say like twice. Like one of them, I don't care. I either have to push past how I feel or I'm so grateful. So let me just go ahead but it is. My aunt is a professor at African American Studies, and she was like, it's tribal, period, point blank. If you go to Africa, like, this is why we do what we do. This is why you don't really see a lot of white churches that do this. Like, this is literally from the rooter to the tutor, from motherland Africa, from where the church started from. This is what they do. They get down like that.
Yeah. And I've been there, so.
Huh?
I think you can mirror the dances. Like
absolutely.
100%. They're the same.
Yeah.
If you look at a shout and the do the heavy 808, it's the same. If you were to go over to Africa, you'd be like, yo, this is why we do what we do.
But not only that, everything, food, all of it.
All of it.
Fufu, they got over there. They got all kind of stuff, man.
It's all
Cha-cha.
It's all okay.
Seriously. Everything.
It's all our culture.
You could taste it, bro. I was eating fried
Julia
chicken.
said he got off of the plane. He said, and he could just feel this relief of like, I'm home.
Yeah, I caught eyes with an African dude over there as soon as I got off the plane, and he looked at me, and I looked at him in the eyes, and it was just like he was just telling me welcome with his eyes.
So he felt so good.
No words were exchanged. There was just so much that was happening in our connection. It was crazy.
Everybody I know that's gone to Africa, they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
They all say when you get off the plane, your soul is like, thank you for bringing me home.
And it's almost like the people that are there, as bad as they want to get out of there, it's almost like they got a lot of empathy for African Americans because I think they have a sense of what's happening over here too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they want to leave, but at the same time, they understand what we've been going through as well.
And I didn't want to be here, so here I am.
Yeah. Ready? What's good, family? Glad y'all tapped in. What's happening?
You didn't give like any room or any space. You
No need. No need.
I mean, I feel it.
We just dove straight in,
I love it.
You love it?
Yes, I love it because it's almost your favorite holiday. So my favorite holiday was Thanksgiving. It's my favorite time, y'all. I don't even know. Well, I do know why I'm lying. I'm a foodie
Okay.
and I love people.
Yeah.
My family. So when the two get to marry each other, Thanksgiving is hands down my favorite holiday. Christmas just not so much. Not since I was a kid. Like when I became an adult and I had to start like budgeting and buying Christmas presents and we had kids. Christmas is I'm not gonna say it's stressful. What surrounds the holiday is not, in my opinion, as pure as Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it could be tainted. I think anything can be tainted.
But you love Christmas
But
though.
Christmas is my favorite.
Why is
And,
Christmas your favorite holiday?
I don't know. I think y'all that's what we're gonna be talking about on this episode. Just we're gonna be talking about the Christmas holiday. Maybe some budgeting around the Christmas holiday.
It's
Just
the B word.
some of the things that's associated with Christmas that make it good. Some of the things that maybe make it not so good.
Yeah.
And
So why is Christmas your favorite holiday?
I think for me, it's my favorite holiday because I think I like the healthy spirit that's centered around Christmas.
Healthy spirit as in what?
The giving,
okay.
the generosity,
The joy.
the joy.
Yeah.
That's what I like about
feel
it.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So
Do you feel like over the years though, has that diminished at all?
I think it's gotten horrible. I think, to be honest, you know what I mean? Just
it
to
has.
be quite
like it's
frank.
not the same.
And
not the
I
same.
want to I want to take the theology out of it, the religion out of it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want
it
this
being Jesus'
episode to be
birthday.
around.
Yeah,
is
no.
this really when it was Jesus' birthday?
It's
and
just
all of
when
that
I'll
type
celebrate
of
it.
stuff.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to get into that because this ain't a theological situation, but just I think it's gotten horrible over the years for a number of reasons.
Really commercialized.
I think it's gotten tremendously commercialized. I think it's caused a great deal of pain in people. I think it's created some unrealistic expectations that have not been able to be met.
100%.
I think it's messed up people's money. You know what
Man.
I'm saying? Truth be told, I think it's set people back financially.
Well, it does because in January I was reading this. This is something I learned years ago. That I think it's January 19th is the most depressing day of the year, and they were saying it's the reason why is because
the
there's
result of what Christmas caused.
well, there's no more holidays, so there's nothing else to look forward to, and I guess it's like this span between then and spring is the longest stint before you have something to look forward to. So like January to I think Easter in 24 is going to fall on the 31st. So like January 19th is like the day is like doom doom doom. And it's because people are coming into the new year, they don't have any money, you're kind of like mad that you spent what you spent.
Yeah.
So I think it's going, talking about this right now, as much as I don't want to, talking about it though, I think is extremely, I don't want to talk about it because I don't like to budget.
I mean, we ain't got to tap all the way into the budget.
I mean,
it's something that we can tap into. But
for
I think
sure.
it's a lot of.
But
different
I don't like the
pieces.
budget, right?
No, I know. Trust me, I know. I'm well aware.
The reason, so I don't do that. I do like to budget, but I don't like to budget.
No, you like to come up with one. You just don't like to follow it.
Correct.
You love like figuring it
And,
out.
oh, it's only going to be $400.
But then when it comes to actually allowing the money to be in the spaces that it's been predetermined to be in, you don't like to do that.
The reason why I don't like to do that, though, honestly, you know me, because I love making people happy. So if my budget for you is $400, but then I see this thing that I know you would love, and it's $100 more, like in my mind, it's worth it because you're going to be very, very happy.
So happy now is better than happy later for you. That's what I hear you saying.
Well, no,
That's what-
later now that we've been married almost 13 years, now, yes, I have you in my head. Like if I go out shopping for you, I can hear you. Julius has this thing that he does when it comes to money. He always says, am I going to have that in 5 years? So when it comes to like shoes or jeans or a coat, yes, I can almost say, yep, he's going to have this in 5 years. But if it's like food or even a trip or a vacation, If he can't reach back in that closet and grab that coat in 5 years, in his mind, we could have did something else.
Well, I think
with the money.
vacations and stuff and trips is a little different.
I mean,
because
it's necessary.
It's memories that last a lifetime.
But so is
you know what I'm
a
saying?
coat and some shoes.
So I just like things that I can go back to and it can bring me some joy.
No doubt.
Out of it. I like to be able to see my money.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of
the
the
best
things.
way to put it. Yeah.
I like to be able to see my money. I don't like to spend money that I can't no longer see. Like that's painful for me.
That's why food for you hate it.
It's
You're
painful.
like, I'll eat cereal and ramen noodles. I don't care. I
love
care.
good food, but I like to be able to see my money.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. But just aside from the money piece, I think, like just the spirit of Christmas, I think people have tainted it, and I think you got a lot of predatory practices around the Christmas holidays that I think are very nasty because people know that this time of the year
it's a giving
it's
spirit
a lot of
that's running around.
vulnerability
Yeah.
that people are operating in, especially when you got children and you've bought into this whole thought process of they're supposed to be getting all of these gifts on Christmas.
Please, my baby, our children's list. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is Make Marriage Great Again, the podcast. You have tuned in, and Julius and I are getting ready to dive into this Christmas episode. Well, I guess before Christmas, talking about this money and these budgets. Y'all know what y'all supposed to do. You're supposed to subscribe right now to YouTube, and you are supposed to follow us on Facebook and Instagram right now.
And Facebook is Make Marriage Great Again podcast.
Yeah.
Instagram is MMGA podcast.
And YouTube is
Make Marriage Great Again podcast.
Yeah, y'all should be subscribed.
Yeah. Just go to all of them. But so I think it's a lot of predatory activity that happens.
Now, predatory from the kids, I feel like the kids are predatory.
Well, everybody praying. Literally around the Christmas holidays. Some people it's
and
P-R-A-Y-N-G. And other people it's P-R-E-Y-N-G.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying? I think these consumers, I think what's the word I'm looking for? If you're not a consumer, if you have the product, what are you called?
Supplier?
Okay. I think suppliers are preying, P-R-E-Y.
Yeah.
INGN on consumers.
So for Black Friday, there was this thing that had Target didn't change the things out.
The things?
So the Target has the inserts for the price of the TVs. Oh. So Target had just basically covered up the original price with a Black Friday thing.
Just slid it over
top. So what people did was people went and they slid it out and it was the same price. So when you're talking about suppliers taking advantage.
Just lying.
It was not a Black Friday special. And it's just like you go into Target like, oh, it's only $6.49. It's $6.49 every day.
But I think that's the trick of marketing, the trick of sales, period.
No, that ain't marketing. That's just, you're just lying.
Well, let me tell you. When I worked in the gym business, and I was at the GM over at California Fitness, you know what I mean? Truth be told, it was always a deal, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But we always knew what the real price of the membership was.
Right.
And so what you do is you just lie and you say it normally costs supposed to be $69.99 a month, but today, you know what I mean? You can get it for $49.99 a month. It's a lie. And it is what it is. It's predatory. It's dangerous.
So let me ask you this question: for married couples, for couples, for people that are dating, for people that are engaged, like let's walk this out for them when it comes to the grandiose holiday of Christmas for those who celebrate it. You and I, when we were dating, we started dating in January, top of the year. So we had all year. So by the time Christmas came, we were an engaged couple. I was pregnant with King. So I forget that Christmas, we always, and I got this from you, Julius made this thing of we would always try to outgive one another. And he says, if we try to outgive one another, neither one of us will ever be empty. And this is something that we've done every holiday, every Valentine's Day, every anniversary, and it's really fun. Where we attempt to, and one of us loses, we attempt to outgive one another.
And let me just share this: it doesn't just work in marriages; it works. Period.
Oh, it works all the time.
With your friends, with you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
if you enter into that type of healthy competition,
Yes.
it places what I refer to as a good peer pressure on
demand,
each other.
yeah.
To you know to step up to the plate.
So if you have somebody that's newly engaged, and you have somebody that's married, and you have people that are married with children, what does this Christmas budget look like? And I know everybody's house is different. And for me, it's never been about the amount of money. I'm the kind of gift giver where when Julius and I first started dating, his favorite candy is Reese's. So I used to, whenever I was at the grocery store, I would buy you Reese's Peanut Butter Cup because that was your favorite. It didn't cost me a lot of money, but it meant a lot. I think when we first met, you were working at the gym. You got me Sour Patch Kids. It was just amazing. It was beautiful. I think it was like for Valentine's Day. You bought me this little thing with Sour Patch Kids and something else. Maybe cost you $10, but it was unbelievable because that was my favorite candy. So what do you have to say for those that are now, it's almost Christmas, for them not to go into 24 busted and disgusted?
I think first of all, like when you're in relationship, marriage, I think you gotta be honest with what your ability is as
good.
far as, you know, being able to spend money and things along those lines.
Yeah.
There needs to be a total amount of transparency, a total amount of vulnerability.
Yeah.
I think when you're talking about men, because men, I think a lot of men pride themselves in being able to do nice things for their significant other. And I think
Do y'all?
yeah, and I think what we have to come to grips with is that nice things don't always mean a lot of money.
Expensive things, right.
It
Nice
it's
doesn't mean expensive.
You know what I'm saying? And so just really being able to come to grips with what you got available finance-wise, what
Yeah.
you can stand to get rid of.
So is this a
finance-wise.
conversation then with your wife and with your husband? Are we to sit down and we've done that? We've said, hey, listen, we have X amount of dollars. We divided it with the three kids, and we set a budget for each other.
Absolutely. We
Okay.
do it almost every year.
We do.
And so it's like, okay, I got $1,000 for you.
Yeah.
You got $1,000 for me.
Yeah.
We got so much money for King, Zion, and Juliana.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is I think when you set that budget early, you're able to put towards that budget throughout the course of the year. So,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? If you got a $5,000 Christmas budget or 25, whatever your budget is, you set that budget early in the year.
You can start putting away in January.
Yeah, and then you put that, put it away towards that. And then when it's time to start doing Christmas shopping, you got the money. Or you buy early,
yeah.
you know what I mean, and you keep it within budget.
Yeah.
And so if you buy things that are out of season, if you buy summer stuff in the winter, then you can really make that budget go a lot further.
Yeah.
You know, and I think like for me, that works. Being able to purchase things along the way and put it aside. I'm pretty good at that. I do that.
Is that what you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Especially for the kids and
For the
all of that.
For the kids, it's easy. So now that they're older, when they were younger, it was harder because certain toys are hot or they come out, right around that third quarter or fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Now that they're older, and I will say this, as parents, we do for our children all year.
Facts.
The parents that are watching this, y'all's kids are spoiled. Y'all's kids don't want for nothing.
Not too many.
Not too many. They get everything that they want during the year. And so you don't have to necessarily feel the pressure of going all out for Christmas because now when I was growing up, my mom and dad didn't have a bunch of money. So I didn't get a lot of stuff during the year. So they always showed out for Christmas. Christmas was like the thing. They both got bonuses from their jobs. And so Christmas was the thing that they made sure me and my brother were going to get everything that we wanted.
Well, maybe that's why Christmas ain't that big of a deal to you no more. Is because
I get what I want during the year.
No, because you got everything you wanted probably coming up. So it's like it's not as suspenseful anymore. But for me, you know what I mean? It wasn't that
Right.
one time. I never forget New Edition had came out with "Can You Stand the Rain."
Please.
And my dad told me that he didn't have anything to give me for Christmas, and we was riding in the car, and that song "Can You Stand the Rain" was on, and he asked me, "Was I able to stand the rain?" I was about 11 years old. I was like,
"Nah, please
what,
send all
bro?
Christmas gifts to this man."
I was like, "What, bro? Can I stand the rain? Are you kidding me right now?" But my dad was doing the best he can. He was a single father, raising an ornery boy. You know what I mean? And he worked and he took care of his business, but it was just one of them things. And so Christmases for me, I never really got a whole bunch. I
Yeah.
got stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like a whole bunch. And so for me, I think that's why I love the holiday season, because I always wanted to, though. Like my aspiration was to be able to go up under the tree and have everything.
Because
that I
that's how
wanted.
you are with the boys. That's how you
Yeah.
are with Juliana. Like they submit their gifts, and Julius is like still out getting more stuff, and I'm like, they good, but the looks on their faces when they get what they ask for, they get what they want.
Yeah.
And it's funny because one of your love languages is gifts. You love receiving gifts, so it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it makes you happy.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I like getting stuff. I mean, I'm cool with getting stuff. I love giving, though. I
Yeah.
love giving.
But what about
Gifts.
this? What about this? So we talk about budgeting the money.
Yeah.
So budgeting the money, I think, is tremendously important to get ahead of it so that you don't outdo yourself
Yeah.
during the holiday season. But what about like just the generosity period?
Yeah.
Being able to budget your generosity, because you
Yeah.
you like to give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a giver. And so how do you budget generosity so that it doesn't get, overblown just during the Christmas holiday?
You have to do it all year. Like I feel like I'm a generous friend. I'm generous with my time. I'm generous with my energy. I'm generous with my availability. I'm generous just through the year. Oh, I saw this shirt, or oh, it's one of my girls' birthday. Like me and my girls have a gift exchange coming up. You know what I mean? Like I'm just a generous person throughout the year. And so then you don't have to think about, again, it's just everything's not hinged on December the 25th. You get stuff from me all year round. We have anniversary. I wish you would tell that bald face
I
lie.
didn't say anything. I just took a peek at the camera. That's all.
Is it bald face lie or bold face lie?
However you want to do it.
It'll probably be bold face.
Bold faced, like you said it with a bold face.
Yeah, you told that bold face. But black people have called it bald face.
Bald face. I thought it was a bald face lie.
How is a face
my
bald?
my grandpa said, "Why you tell that bald face? That
It's
bald face lie."
It's a bold face.
Maybe he was saying bold, and because he had a country accent,
Yeah.
I thought he was saying bald.
Yeah, I'm saying bald because you bald.
Oh, you got jokes. All right.
So
That's
you're
fine.
telling a bald face lie.
Okay.
But we have our anniversary in February.
We do.
Then you have Valentine's Day, 10 days after our anniversary.
True.
Then we have my birthday, Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Yeah.
Then we have family vacation.
We do.
You know what I mean?
We
So
do.
yeah, you get in stuff.
You do. I'm winning though, by the way.
No,
in the
you
giving-
lost
in the
last
giving
year.
Piece. No, not a chance.
You lost last year.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
What did you
Yeah,
give me for
I-
Christmas? You don't even remember
I
what you got me.
I know I killed you. I know that. I know we talked about it, and I know that you went on ahead and admitted you was like, you did.
I did not. I said
Yes,
you can't
you
even
did.
remember what you bought me, so how'd you kill me?
I know we talked about it. I know I destroyed you last year. I know that.
You
for
didn't
a
destroy
fact.
me this year, though.
Shantae, listen.
Oh,
listen,
what I did, I set you up. I let you go first. I let you buy my stuff first.
Oh, no.
And then
Let me tell you
I'm
why I
coming
destroyed
back.
you.
Why?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Why?
I'm going to tell you right now
Tell me right now.
why I destroyed you.
Why?
Starling Court. Destroyed. Murdered.
You can't count the house. That's
What?
our house,
What?
That's our house.
No, my sister.
brother. That's
my
our
sis- my
house.
sister.
That's our house.
sister.
No, you would beat me the day I walk outside of Starling Court and there's a big red bow on top of a vehicle.
My sister.
That is
No.
when. That is
My
when you
sister.
beat me.
My sister, you wanted that house.
It's another bald face lie.
No, that's not. Are you kidding me? I
Julius.
can't believe you're going to sit here on this podcast right now in front of all of our millions of fans. Go subscribe. Make Marriage Great Again, YouTube. in front of all of our millions of fans.
Julius, you are lying.
You're, I'm appalled. So what you're telling me is, this is what you're telling me.
I'm about to call my daddy on the phone.
We didn't know.
Because
Eugene,
knows
don't get in the middle
the truth.
of this.
I'm about to call all my
Don't get in the
friends.
middle of
All
this.
my friends know the sequence of events that happened. You did not want to go into contract on the first house. I pressured you into that house. When we went into contract, we both were miserable. We did not want that house. The people that are building our current house called us out there and said, "You go take a look at this other house that our homegirl was selling." We weren't satisfied. We were going to stick with the house that we were not satisfied with. And then this big burly white man came and showed us this other house. We fell in love with it. I called and said that they have one. They said no. They called back and said yes. We went to go see it, and we both were in love.
Slow down.
Where in that is you bought this
down.
house for me?
Slow down. I'm gonna show you.
Oh, yeah, because I did say it on the one episode. Dang it.
Slow down. You got to remember what you say.
Dang
Slow down. And not only that though, you gave me that because I wasn't going there. But you did say that on the episode. Y'all remember the episode? She
did.
talking about you got the secret sauce and all
I
that.
did.
But that ain't it.
That was just the act of persuasion.
Fellas, let me share something with you. When your wife and your significant other voice something that they want, and you see the sincerity in their eyes when they tell you that this is what they want.
Wisdom says,
it does something to you to want to do your very best to make sure that happens.
Aww,
And so when we went, I don't want any of that. 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 I don't want any of that because I feel bamboozled. So we did come out of the house. We went over there. The big burly Caucasian gentleman, our friend of the Fair Persuasion.
Oh my God.
He told us to come over, take a look at this.
He did.
You got to looking at that, and you was just, you let you tell it, boy. It was the best thing since sliced bread.
Let's be fair. What happened was that I had made a proposal to Julius about my father and his wife coming to live with us, which he's an amazing husband because he said yes, and he didn't have to say yes. And when we went to go see the one that was available, it had an in-law suite already built in. And that for both of us was like, that was it. Would you agree that we both were kind of like...
We both liked the house.
It
But
was
I'm
our dream
not
house.
talking about...
Our dream house was the 5-level split.
I'm not talking about the in-law suite piece and all that and your dad coming. I'm talking about when we went over there to that house when our friend of the Fair Persuasion called us over to take a peek.
Babe, you did too.
I thought the house was nice, but you had another level of desire in your eyes when you was expressing your interest in that home. It was like there's no possible way I could have walked away from there with the ability to make it happen and not make it happen. There's no way.
Okay, I'm gonna let you put this all on me when you weren't happy with the house we were in contract in. The house that we were building was basically the same amount of money as the house that we were in contract with, but was brand new, and it was our dream home. But I'm gonna let you have that. I'm gonna let you put all of this on me, like you looked into my eyes and I was just so sincere, and in my sincerity, you stepped in like the hero. And yes, I'm gonna get that to you. Because you did.
That's so ridiculous.
You did. You stepped in like the hero.
That's so ridiculous.
And so you beat me this year because I got a brand new house. If that's the case, I lose for the next 30 years.
100%. 100%. You lost. It's over. Unless you come with, unless you
I was gonna say I get my money right.
Unless you come with something down there in Florida.
I'm gonna get my money right.
You mess around and come with an Airbnb.
I
down
got
there
you.
in Florida somewhere.
I got you.
Ooh, an Airbnb vacation home.
Is that something that I have to run past you first, or can I just surprise you with that?
I mean, if our money is right,
I can just surprise you with it.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
But the producer is saying we gotta stop
Because you went down the rabbit hole of a who won.
No, listen, y'all.
Lead the people with something for the budgets.
Budget your money. Start early in the year.
Yes.
Don't overextend yourself financially.
Yes.
Doing something nice doesn't always mean something expensive.
That's right.
Budget your generosity.
Yes,
Don't
good.
just allow the Christmas holidays to be the only time that you're super generous, because if you do that, then it places too much pressure in a very small amount of time.
It's too stressful. And what we do is everybody gets one big thing, even the kids. Everybody has that one, I guess, air quote, big gift.
Yeah.
That, and big doesn't mean expensive, but it's kind of like the thing that they want the most. I always concentrate on that one thing.
Yeah,
Because that's what they
absolutely.
really, really want. Like Julia said, I probably wouldn't have been happy with no other house because that was the house I really, really wanted. If he picks out a pair of shoes or he picks out a coat and I go get the complete opposite, it's cool, but that ain't really, really want it.
Facts. So y'all, make sure you go subscribe.
Right
Tap
now.
in
Y'all
right
need to
now.
go to YouTube
like,
right
share,
now.
comment on YouTube. You know, let's get
Share
some
the video.
engagement going.
You know.
And we're gonna get with y'all on this next.
I can't wait. Peace, y'all.